Thank you for choosing Tern. It's important that you stay safe while riding. So stay with us over the next few minutes as we walk you through the owner briefing and teach you how to use and maintain your new bike. For more information on all topics covered here, please check your user manual or visit us at turnbicycles.com/support. The GSD is a pedal electric bicycle, also known as a pedelec. This type of bike only provides power when the rider is pedaling the bike. The GSD has 4 assistance levels, which you can adjust during your ride. To turn the display on, press the power button for 2 to 3 seconds. To turn off, press the same button. To switch to different assistance levels, press the plus or minus button once to switch between off, eco, tour, sport, and turbo. To turn on your Valo light, slide the switch on the rear of the Valo to the right. And then press the plus button on the display for 3 seconds. At this point, you will see the light icon appear on your display. To turn off, just hold the plus button again for another 3 seconds. The GSD has a walk assist function that allows the bike to move with the rider walking beside it. This function comes in handy if you ever need to walk the bike up a steep hill or a ramp. To use walk assist, short press the walk button on the display. Then, immediately press the plus button for 3 seconds and keep holding the button. To stop walk assist, simply release the plus button. To charge your battery, use the official Bosch charger that comes with the bike. I would also suggest buying an extra charger as a spare. The battery pack can be charged at any time, on or off the bike, without shortening its service life. To charge a single battery on the bike, open the rubber lid on the battery mount, plug the connector into the socket, and then connect the charger to an electric source. If you have 2 batteries on your bike, never use 2 chargers at the same time. Charge your bike through one port and both batteries will charge simultaneously. To remove the battery, simply insert the key into the lock, turn, lift, and pull out the battery. To reinsert the battery, place the battery on the battery mount and push until you hear a click. To charge the battery off the bike, remove the battery, plug the connector into the socket on the bottom of the battery, and then connect the charger to an electric source. Please remember to separate your keys and store the extra one in a safe place. Also, copy the serial number on the key as you'll need the serial number to get a new set. Now, let's talk about the quick releases on your bike. There are quick releases on the Andro stem, 2 on the seat posts, and 1 on the front wheel. Without tools, the Andro stem lets you adjust the height, angle, and handlebar orientation so you can adapt to the most comfortable riding position. To make an adjustment, raise one Andros lever at a time before lifting the other. Adjust the stem and handlebar to the desired position, then close both Andros levers. Use the quick releases here to adjust the height of the seat posts. Both open with a simple pull and close just as easily. When using the quick release to adjust the seat post height, note that there's a minimum insertion point indicated here. For safety reasons, please be sure that you always stay within this range when adjusting your seat posts. To make it easier or harder to open and close the quick release lever, simply open it like this and adjust the clamp screw using a 4mm Allen key. The quick release on your front wheel also opens with a simple pull and closes just as easily. If the quick releases on your bike are not properly closed or adjusted, there's a risk of injury, so it's very important that you operate them properly. Let's take a look at the handlepost joint. To open the handlepost joint, simply slide the security knob and push the lever. To close the handlepost joint, simply push the lever towards the handlepost. It will lock automatically, so no need to touch it. Be sure that the lever feels stiff when it opens and closes, but not too stiff. The stiffness is just about right if you can use the pressure of your palm to close the lever and just about 2 or 3 fingers to open it. If the lever is not properly closed or adjusted, there's a risk of injury, so it's very important that you close it properly. The GSD uses standard bicycle parts, with the exception of the folding handle posts and stem. These special components make it possible to fold the GSD flat. When flat folded, the GSD transforms into a size small enough to fit into larger vehicles and tight spaces. To flat fold your GSD, simply open the andro stem levers and adjust the stem so that it is in line with the handle posts. Then rotate the handlebar so the brake levers point upward. Close the andro stem. Disconnect the spring and rotate the bars 180 degrees. Then, slide the security knob and pull down the lever. Fold the handle post down and secure it with the handle post strap. Finally, lower the saddle. The GSD is capable of rolling and standing in a vertical position, which can be helpful when maneuvering into a small elevator or storing in a tight indoor space. To do so, simply hold on to the handlebar, apply the rear brake, and walk backwards until the bike stands up. Release the rear brake and roll the GSD. The rack tubing on the GSD is especially designed to allow the bike to remain standing on its own. Now, let's talk about braking. When looking down at your cockpit, the rear brake lever is mounted to the right side of your handlebar, and the front brake lever is mounted to the left. For certain countries, it could be the other way around, so please double check with your dealer or try before you ride. Squeeze both front and rear brake levers evenly to slow down or stop. Now, let's look at how to use your gears so you can control your speed and pedaling resistance. This indicator here shows whether you're in a low gear or high gear. To switch gears, either push the rear-facing shift lever paddle with your thumb or pull the forward-facing shift lever paddle with your finger until you reach the desired position. Remember to only switch gears while you are pedaling. There are a few things you need to check on your bike before each ride. To remember it all, we suggest using this mnemonic device, ABCQ. An easy way to do this test is with your bike in a vertical position. So just like before, squeeze the rear brake lever and walk backward until the bike is vertical. Now you can begin this test. A is for air. Check your tires. Use your thumb and press the tire. It should feel nice and firm, but be sure not to overinflate your tires. B is for brakes and bars. To inspect your brakes, spin one wheel, then squeeze the corresponding brake lever. The wheel should completely stop. By bars, we mean the handlebar, handle post, and handlebar stem. Just inspect everything carefully and make sure that it's nice and tight. If everything is proper, then you should be good to go. C is for chains and cables. Grab one of your pedals and rotate it forward so you can run the chain completely through the gears. Next, inspect the cables to make sure they're undamaged and untangled. Q is for quick. Check the handlepost joints and all the quick releases to make sure they are properly closed. Here, 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 and on the front wheel. Just like a car, your new bike needs maintenance to stay safe and reliable. Your bike is made up of lots of different moving parts, many of which require lubrication. Your chain is probably the first part on your bike, which will require a little bit of maintenance lubrication, especially if you hear it squeaking or if you've been riding in the rain. Your local Tern dealer can recommend an appropriate chain lubricant. After applying, make sure you wipe off the excess lubricant to avoid getting any on the bike or yourself. There are several parts of your bike that will wear out over time, including the chain, brakes, and tires. If you see wear signs, visit your Tern dealer for replacements. We also recommend that you periodically check that your wheels are true, or in other words, straight. To check them, lift your front wheel and spin. Check for any excessive side-to-side motion and check that the disc is not rubbing against the brake pads. Also, make sure that nothing is broken or loose. If you find that anything has been warped or damaged with your wheels, just bring your bike into your Tern dealer and they'll sort you out. When not using the battery pack for a longer period, charge it to approximately 60%, 3 to 4 out of 5 LEDs, before storing it in someplace safe. Check the charge condition after 6 months. When only one LED lights up, recharge the battery again to approximately 60%. If you are a light weekend rider, try to bring your bike to your dealer every 3 months. Whereas, if you're a daily rider, aim to bring your bike in about once a month. Regardless of how often you ride, bring your bike to your dealer within a month after purchasing it.
Cables and brakes take a little bit of time to break in, so you'll enjoy your bike the most if it's tuned up after about a month of use.
Regular maintenance is the key to the longevity of your new Tern bicycle. That about covers it. There's plenty of additional information in your user manual, as well as under the tips and tricks on turnbicycles.com. And your Tern dealer is always available to answer questions. Thanks again for choosing Tern.